Hello again, traders. Right, I haven't made a video for a while, so this is a really what I consider to be a useful tool that I didn't think about until today. Just had a little light bulb moment. Sorry, that's an alert going off for something. This is an empty Admiral Markets free MT4 demo terminal that I'm using for checking on stocks. Fantastic array of stocks here. In fact, why don't I show you that as a sidebar to this? So symbols there. You can see CFDs, US dollar CFDs. This is all of them. There's over 150 of all the well-known. In fact, there's about 170 of all the well-known US stocks available on this. So it's a fantastic tool for testing all of our indicators on that I can't test on TradingView. It goes right down to the end there. You've got EU shares as well. You can see that. Stocks and shares for EU, all the popular ones. I'm not sure how many, about 100 or so of them. So all the normal stuff, bonds, I can see there, spot metals and cryptos and everything. But I don't use this currently for trading. It's not my chosen broker. But for these instruments, it is absolutely fantastic. So thank you, Admiral Markets, for that. And it just means that I can test all the indicators on most of and trade, in fact, if I do decide to open a live account, all of these stocks and shares, which I don't currently have live accounts with TradingView or anything like that, connected to TradingView, should I say. So that's that. Quick recap on that. But the purpose of this video is to show you that the eureka moment that I had. We're looking at an AMD chart here, which is not really relevant, but it shows you the red lines are a 3CR, 3 candle reversal, and what I'm trying to do is set it up so that I get alerts when I have a 3 candle reversal, because as with the DAX this morning, if I can find that on here, there it is there. I open that chart. There was a brilliant H1 3 candle reversal. So if you follow what I do, let's put it on H1, zoom in. 3 candle reversals generally cause pullbacks. So that's the low of the candle 1, we know that. Watch my videos or follow my Twitter feed and learn about that. That's candle 2. So the penultimate low, the ultimate low, or penultimate high, the ultimate high, and once price closes below it, we've broken support. That's support because it's part of an uptrend. It often comes back and tests, and it will often come back and test the actual 3CR level. So we do have a very vague test area. So on the live account, I traded the bounce up using the lower time frames to enter, and then in fact I traded the continuation down 2, because 3CRs cause pullbacks, but the new trend, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, is in the direction of the 3CR, like this. Low, high, high, low, high, high. Didn't get a pullback on that one, but that's because it's a volatile time of day. But so you have to choose your moments. 9 AM is when the London Frankfurt Open rush has finished. The boys are off to get their coffees and bacon rolls, and quite often you will get this lovely, lovely bounce. So that's why I watch the 9 AM 1 hour candle. So what did I do to set up my... It occurred to me that we have the dashboard, although I haven't got that template on here, I don't think. No. Daily H4, I wonder what that is. Yeah, this sort of template here, we have all of this. So it occurred to me that really we should have 3 CRs on all of these. Well, unfortunately, I'm sure I've seen a dashboard that allows you to add an alert or an indicator to it. If we could add the 3CR to this, it would be fantastic. But as it is, I haven't managed to find it. If anyone can find it who knows me, let me know on Twitter. Anyway, so what I want to do is replicate this dashboard in open charts like I just showed you. I've set it up on that one so that every time we get a 3CR on H1, and we can also set it up on all of those charts I just showed you on H4, and then we can just forget about it and it'll ping us with a 3CR, and we can possibly get a 1 minute pullback on an H1, and probably even bigger pullback based on an H4 3CR. And the deeper the 3CR, this is tracks back to what I talk about shallow and unshallow 3CRs. The deeper the 3CR, obviously the 3CR candle, the more likely we get a pullback. I hope that makes sense. And the shallower the 3CRs, the less likely, here's a shallow one, that tiny candle that actually does the 3 candle, the less likely we get a pullback and the faster continuation. So when we're looking for pullbacks after this alert, we're looking for big candles, much the same as we're looking for on the dashboard, big candles into demand. That will create a pullback. Okay, that was an unprompted lesson on 3CRs as well. So there's tons and tons of stuff. It's all common sense really, guys. And what was I going to say? Oh, the other thing, we should be able to tailor the alerts. In fact, you can even record your own alerts. So you could record it in your own voice and say 1 hour 3CR, and when it does that, it will blurt out. You can connect it to the alert, I think, somehow. You can blurt out 1 hour 3CR, and the same goes for a 4 hour 3CR alert, and so on and so forth, so that you can differentiate between the alerts. So that's another little interesting point you can do with this. So what do I do now? So I want to open all the charts that I have a interest in on my 33 chart dashboard, and you would also want to reduce as many indicators as you are, so it reduces the load on your processor, as it were. So just have the 3CR indicator on there and a blank chart, which is exactly what I've done here. You can make it even more interesting by going to bar charts, and it becomes clearer, and you can change the colors and the size of these as well. The indicator, again, you can find it from my pinned tweet, is Rebel Ant 3CR. Thank you, Aaron, for this fantastic job you did on this. And then I just have these, it's set up like this. As I say, you can change the color and the size, so let's increase that to 5, and let's change that to I quite like pink for some reason, because it's not a colour I use that often. So let's go for a bit of blush pink like that. Aqua can stay. And then you've got these various settings. They're all self-explanatory. And the alert, all, you get the choice of just choosing up, down, or none, or all. So we'll have all on there. But obviously if you're looking for a 3CR in a strong downtrend that's entering possibly demand, then you could set it just to alert for down, so that you know you're not getting caught in any of the little pullback ones. But you know, that should be pretty self-explanatory. Anyway, so there we go. So it takes moments now to set this up. You could set it as your default template. In fact, I'll show you how to do that as well. Save template as default, so that you don't have to open it up. Be aware you'll overwrite your old default. But now when it opens up, if I want to have one on the FTSE, it will open up automatically on the FTSE, and it takes moments then to open the 33 choices. You can, you know, as I said before, we could even set this up to work on stocks as well. There, I would have to do my own work on that to see the, 3CR down into supply. Oh, don't worry about that, it's just a test trade that's on. 3CR down into demand, obviously, and look, fantastic bounce. So it has its values. 3CR up, and then a pullback there. 3CR down, a bit of a bounce there. Obviously the H4s would give us much bigger potential trades, but as I say, stocks aren't as good as as or I haven't tested stocks as much as the other stuff, so we can forget about that now, and then just go through the list of charts that have chart window. And then obviously you could save this as a profile as well up there, and it will save the whole lot as a profile. Call it whatever you want, and then it will open up the profiles too. We'll just show you what a profile does while I'm here. There you go, British pound profile. Get rid of those, and I can start with my new set of alerts. Really, chart window, there it is, ready to go. So this is on H1 again, it defaults back. So 3CR up against the clear downtrend. You know, we're going down high, low, lower high, lower low. 3CR up, what do we get? A pullback. So you would have been alerted to that now with this setup here, and we can do this with it takes moments now to open up all the charts. You could have 50 of them going on, to be honest with you. As I say, make sure you reduce all your indicators on there, and 3CR up against the trend again. What do? Get a nice pullback. In fact, it's a decent long-term pullback. 3CR up against the trend, lovely little trade there. So you can have these set up. I've got 3 or 4 VPS, 3 VPSs running now to test one's EA, and now we have the addition of because I've got spare space, I can set this up on there and set it up to email the alert, SMS the alert. I won't go into that. You can find that on YouTube. I think I've made a video about setting up alerts, but it's really straightforward. You can set it up to send it to your phone or whatnot. So you could have a nice relaxing way to find H4 trades like this, you know. We didn't get a pullback on that one, but you don't just enter them. It's important to say that you don't just enter them willy-nilly. You enter them, although that would have been a perfectly good move there from the close down to there. I'm not going to look at how many pips it was, but we have an ongoing situation with H4 dashboards now, H1 dashboards. I've even got it on M15, M30, but not really for the alerts. But as I say, you can find, this one's not got so many on H4. Let's have a look, see a good one. I've only got it going back 10 days, that's why, or 5 days or whatever it is. So indicator, set it to 0, look back number 0, and that's worth showing you that actually, and then it'll just fill the chart up. So I'm sure there's a downside to that, but 3CR up, that was the close of the candle, and then you can see a lovely pullback. 3CR up, close of the candle there, open of the new one, bang, straight into resistance as well, or supply. I prefer to use that terminology. So you can see the benefit of having this alert set up. What I'm going to do is set up the full complement of all my H1s, the full complement of my H4s. I'm not really sure whether the daily would be worth doing on an alert system, because you can just look at that at the close of business every night, but they work just as well. So you know, nice and clear way to look at the charts as well. And as I say, it takes moments to do when you do it this way, which was the whole point of this video. So thanks for watching, have a great day.